In this video, let's talk about stock market reversals. Why do I love trading reversals, and why has that been one of my biggest strategies in trading the markets? Why does it give me confidence? Why is it something that's so consistent that it can be done regardless of where you are at in your trading career? So if you want to know more about that, then you have to check this video out. Hey guys, so we're back again, this time for a deep dive on technical analysis. As you all know, I'm a very big fan of technical analysis because when you use technicals, everything you need to know is found in the chart. Everything you need to know to be able to trade with confidence is found based on past prices and also volume. It's not 100%, it's not forecasting, it's not prediction, it's also not you trying to play a perfect game. Again, I'll say this over and over. If you are using technical analysis, it's mainly for risk management, that if you are right, then you maximize it. But if you are wrong, then your losses become smaller. No one can play a perfect game when you come into the market. And I'll say this over and over. If you want to be successful in this, is you need to have a plan that if you're wrong, you should get out, or if you're wrong, you should have a plan if you are an investor, that you really need to know what the fundamentals are for whatever stock that you are buying, because technicals and fundamentals are the game. But for this, we're just gonna drill down, we're just gonna double down on why I love reversals so much. And remember what I said, no, I'm not a big fan, specifically when you're trading, of falling in love with the stock, because our goal as traders and investors is not to fall in love with the stock. Especially if you are a trader, especially if you're making money off the volatility or you're making money off the trend. But you should fall in love with your system, you should fall in love with your strategy, you should fall in love with your buy and sell parameters, because that's so important. Anyways, here are a couple of principles that I like to share to all of you, and why I want to show more and more of strategic reversals looking at the charts. So, number one is I don't try to find where the bottom is. I'll say that over and over. Do not try to find where the lowest point is. People fall into this trap that when they look at charts, when they look at stocks, they try to figure out, is this the bottom already? Is this the lowest point? The problem with that is what's low can get lower, and what's lower can get even lower and lower and lower and lower and lower. So it's very nice to look at the fundamentals, and if it's cheap, if you are an investor. But if you're a trader following where the trend is headed, it would be very prudent for you not just to buy it because it's lower. There has to be a larger understanding on why you are buying and selling a stock. There has to be a larger preference on why you are making the trade. And it should not be just because it's lower, because I'll say this again, every time you think that it's the bottom already, guess what? The stock is bearish every time it's low. Every time it drops massively, it's bearish. And what's low a week ago can become lower again. So please, especially if you're new and you're trying to watch this, don't try to find the bottom. Don't try to predict that this is the bottom. I've got a lot of messages saying, Sir Marvin, is this the bottom already? Can I come in already? Is this the lowest point? And my answer to that is this: my intention, my goal is never to find, never to try to guess where the bottom is. But here's what I do. I try to find where reversals are. I try to find when the stock is reversing from a downtrend into something that's starting to push up and starting to go into a different direction. That's my style, that's my narrative, that's my game. So I want to show you this chart, guys. This is a chart of Surpass from November 2019 to where we are right now. As you can see, the stock is pretty much in a downtrend. The stock is still headed down. So my style and my technique in all of this is, as long as the stock is in a downtrend, my goal is just to exercise patience and do nothing while this trend line is acting as a resistance. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna transact. Please remember, the whole goal when you're trading the markets is to be patient, when really there's nothing happening in the stock that you're watching. And people are asking, how do you filter out all of those stocks? I don't really filter out and watch all 200 plus stocks in the Philippine Stock Exchange. I don't even watch the thousands of stocks, all the thousands of stocks in the US markets. I just have a set of stocks that I watch on a regular basis, and I exercise patience while all of them are headed down, while all of them are not going anywhere. I don't do anything. I don't transact at all. I just wait until I find the perfect time based on what the charts are telling me to start to come in. So as you can see here in this chart that I'm showing you, while this is going on, regardless of the fluctuations, regardless of the volatility, remember, when you see it go down like this, nakatakot eh, but when you see it also go up, naka-excite. But for me, while all of this is going on, and as long as this downward trend is being respected, I do not have to do anything at all. Please remember, the name of the game is to look for stock market reversals, that from something that looks like this, headed down, into something that's pushing up, into something that's starting to reverse and do better. So some of the stocks, let me show you a couple of US stocks also. And one of my favorite stocks is Facebook. I've been tracking them for a very long time. So as you can see here, this was the drop last March. You saw it start to push massively down. It may not look as something that's very big, but please remember this. From that reference point, it was something very big. Why? Look at this. This was around 36%, and it happened in just a span of a month. So after that, boom. After that downtrend, the name of the game is to exercise patience. The name of the game while it's headed down is not to do anything. The name of the game while it's in a downtrend is just to wait patiently. So until buy signals start to emerge, I don't do anything. I don't transact at all. You don't even actually have to log in. You don't even have to look from the numbers on a day-to-day basis what's happening. Until this line is not broken, you don't have to do anything. Now, right after that, boom, it started to reverse. And as it started to reverse, look at this. It started to build and go up into a massive uptrend. And that should be your style. That should be your goal. That's the narrative for all of this. While a stock is in a downtrend, your goal is to identify it. As you have identified that it's in a downtrend, you're not supposed to do anything. You're not supposed to trade. You're not supposed to buy. You're supposed to be in cash. You're supposed to exercise discipline. And now, this is what I'm saying. This is the bottom here, somewhere around here. This is the lowest point that Facebook has hit over this time frame. But my goal, my technique is what I said. I'm not trying to find where the bottom is. I'm just trying to find when it started to reverse. So what do I mean by that? Even if I come in here or here or here, when I know that it's out already of the downtrend, there's a big possibility that I don't get it at the lowest point. But guess what? Up until this time, I'm supposed to be still up 80+%. Not because I bought it at the bottom, but because I bought it at the reversal. So that's what I want to share to all of you. Spot stocks that are in downtrends. While they are in downtrends, you're not supposed to do anything. You're supposed to be in cash. You're supposed to exercise discipline. You do not have to look at the lowest point, the bottom point, but you just have to find when it starts to reverse, get out of the downtrend, and you start to allocate money when those things happen. And right after that, boom, you see it start to position in an uptrend. And as you all know, I'm a big fan of tech stocks. I'm a big fan of US stocks as well. So this is what you see: large down movement, large downward push. Again, this is around 31+% already. It's a very big drop altogether, you know. So this is the bottom. Again, my goal is, while this is going down, I'm not doing anything. While this is in a downtrend, I'm disciplined enough to stay in cash. I don't also say, is this the bottom ready? Is this the bottom ready? Do I wait for that to happen? No, I do not I do not try to anticipate, predict, or forecast where the bottom is. I just want to come in when it starts to reverse. So here's the thing again, same. Even if I don't come in here, I could come in here, or even here after the breakout of the 200-day moving average. After that, you can actually see this. It started to push up and go up into an uptrend. So similar to the Facebook example, large drop down, stay in cash. While it's in a downtrend, discipline to not do anything. While it's in a downtrend, I do not try to figure out where the bottom is. My goal is not to figure out where the bottom is, but to come in when it starts to reverse. Now, here's the thing, and here's where a lot of people get it a bit mixed up. When you have a stock that's reversing, when you have a stock that's in an uptrend and pushing up, the name of the game now is also to exercise discipline. The name of the game now is, while the stock that you are watching is in an uptrend, you have to stay positioned no matter how much you earn. The biggest temptation also is, pag kumita na, gusto magbenta, and people would always say, again is again, which is also true. and it's your money also, and it's amazing that if you're actually earning. However, what I like to share to you is to follow and stick to your plan. If your plan is buying and selling off of reversals, then you should also be selling when it's reversing. Then you should be selling also when you see it move from something going down, then something going up, then something going down again. That's where you sell, when you see it already start going down. But while it's moving towards an upward progression, while it's still moving in an uptrend, then don't sell. While it's still going up, then don't sell. While it's still pushing up, you don't have to sell. You have to stay and follow what the charts are telling you. You don't have to be in the market all the time, but you have to be there when it counts the most. Meaning, when it's still in an uptrend, just exercise patience and stay in that position. I repeat, the name of the game here is spotting downtrends, staying in cash while they're in downtrends, staying disciplined while they're going down, not waiting for the bottom. Don't look for the bottom, but to strategically come in when it starts to reverse. And as it starts to reverse, what do? You allocate capital. And as you start allocating capital while it's still pushing up, you exercise patience again up until it starts to reverse. But I'll say this over and over. People don't like that kasi boring eh. But again, I'll say this over and over. What will make you money are the things that are not so exciting, are the things that are boring. And if you look at this, for example, you come in even here, late ka na, a month ka na dumating. At a certain point from here to the highest that Facebook has ever hit, you would still be up 30+%, or even if you're looking at it at the current price, you're still up 27%. Not bad. I mean, it's not the highest, it's not the best, but you're up when everyone, the broad majority of how people benchmark the markets are not doing so well, especially if you compare it to what's happening in the Philippine scenario. So that's it. Google, Facebook, but I want to talk about Philippine stocks. This is one. I've showed this in a lot of the stocks by request in my second channel. But this is PLDT's very, very long and massive downtrend. So here's the thing about that. If you said, oh, mababa na siya, bili na ako. Kaso, oh, mababa na siya, bili na ako. Oh, mababa na siya, bili na ako. Oh, mababa na siya, bili na ako. This is what I'm saying, that what's low can get even lower. So my goal is not really to spot where the lowest point is. My goal is to spot where the reversal is, because again, what's low before can get even lower. What's low 2 weeks ago can be again lower today. So don't try to figure out where the lowest point is. Figure out when it has broken this massive resistance and when it has started to reverse. So right here, right now, this is one good example of a stock that has reversed from a massive downtrend and has started to push up and has started to go up. Even if you don't get it at the bottom here, even if you come in here, you come a bit later when upon confirmation that it has started to push up already, then you are in the midst of a stock that's pushing up. You are in the midst of a stock that's actually reversing. And in my opinion, that's where money gets made. That's where it could be done. Now, another example for Philippine stocks is this. This is Puregold. If you look at Puregold and you try to draw a trend line here, if you connect this here to here, you will also see that somewhere around here it started to reverse. Guess what? If you bought here and you try to anticipate where the bottom is, it could have still gone lower and you would have been not so satisfied. But if you came in here right after this, boom, you saw it start to reverse. And the name of the game is just to stick to your guns while it's reversing. This is a 38.4% upside. I repeat, you coming in at the reversal for Puregold would have given you a 38.4% upside. Again, it's not you trying to predict the lowest point. It's not you trying to forecast, but it's you just riding out the trend and just following it for where it is. And if you try to connect this is how it could possibly look right now. Puregold is in a legit reversal. Puregold is in a large movement up. Puregold has escaped from the downtrend. And yun, that's what I want to share to all of you. The name of the game is to follow the charts, follow reversals, and stick to it like the glue. So if you're looking at also the examples that I gave you from Facebook to Google to PLDT and to Puregold, as long as the stock are moving in its new reversals upward, the only time you sell is when you see it start to go down once again. So there, I hope you guys got a lot from all of this. Allow me to summarize everything that I said. Number one, I look for stock market reversals. Number two, I don't try to find where the bottom is. I don't predict, I don't forecast. I just try to find how stock market reversals will look like from a downtrend reversing into an uptrend. Then I sell also when the uptrend is over and it's reversing into something new. Then, while they are going down, while the stock is going down, I exercise patience and I don't do anything while it's falling. I need to have the discipline to stay into cash. Now, while it's pushing up also, same thing. I need to have the discipline that while it's pushing up, I'm just gonna hold on to my position. I'm not gonna log in, I'm not gonna refresh, I'm not gonna try to, ano mangyayari? Sell na ba ako, sell na ba ako, sell na ba ako, sell na ba ako? I don't do that. I don't refresh my browser every second, every minute just to check. I don't check anything else. As long as the trend will hold, guess what? I'm gonna stay put. I'm gonna hold. I'm not gonna do anything. Just like what they said in Game of Thrones, hold the door. I'm gonna hold the door. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna stay put until as long as that uptrend is there. Guess what? Downtrend, what do you need to exercise? Discipline in cash. Uptrend, what do you need to exercise? Discipline in holding. Discipline, patience will cause you to win. Discipline and patience is the game. And lastly, I just repeat it over and over and over and over again. And I want to submit this to you. Guess what? If you're 30 plus years old, you're 20 plus years old, you're 40 plus year old, you're watching this. What if, Marvin, I have to wait a year to get 100% return? Guess what? If you do 100% return from 30 years old to 80 years old, that's still a lot of money. It's not the glamorous 100% in 2 weeks, 100% in 1 month. Sometimes it takes time. Sometimes also it takes patience that when it's going down, you're not supposed to do anything. You're just supposed to be not silent, you're just supposed to be in the sidelines. And that's what I want to share to all of you. Again, this technique doesn't mean you're gonna make money all the time. There will be losses because there are also false signals that will happen. There are also instances where you will make mistakes when you're doing this. But here's the thing, I'd rather make mistakes than not to try it at all, because you will find out if you're losing money, making mistakes and all of this, then it might be better for me to be an investor. It might be better for me to just earn via dividends. It might be better for me to just go the index fund, mutual fund route, because you know by trying if it was something for you or not. And that's the way it is. The reason why a lot of people have a lot of preconceived notions is because they invest and trade based on the opinions of others. Stop trying to figure out things from the opinions of others. Start trying to figure it out on your own. That's why it's so important that you allocate an amount of money that you can tolerate. So there, I hope you guys got a lot from this. And I hope that this gave you massive insights on how you can trade the markets. Before I end, my name is Marvin Germo. I'm a stock market trader and investor, and I create daily videos for both my channels, Marvin Germo and Stock Investing Made Easy, on videos that will help you, give you wisdom on how you can trade the markets with confidence. So if you want more of this, like, share, subscribe, and in the description below are all of the playlists that I have from technical and fundamental analysis and all other resources from books to online courses on how you get to trade the markets. I hope this video gives you enough insight to be able to be confident that wherever you are, whatever you're doing, that you can trade the market and use it as an asset class to help you bridge the gap towards where your dreams are. Because you deserve to be financially free. Because we deserve to be financially free in a world where everyone is so scared right now. Everyone is so concerned about their finances. Everyone is so anxious. It's high time that you take control over your finances. It's high time that you take control, not waiting for things to get better, but it becomes better because you take the time to hustle, work hard, and build the skills for it. So that's it for now. Marvin Germo. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you all.